はい、こんばんは、ゆうたです。一個ずつ見ていこう。あれ、エラーになってる。
You don't know what this is, do you? Aztec gold. The heathen gods placed upon the gold a terrible curse. 10 years we've searched. Every last piece we have found, save for this. Hello, Bobby.
They've taken Elizabeth.
Welcome aboard the Black Pearl.
We must save her. Where do we start?
Jack Sparrow. He talked about the Black Pearl.
Make a deal with him. He can lead us to it.
You forget your place. You are a blacksmith.
If you spring me from this cell...
やべ。つけてなかった。
ゆたらエッグですと。
はい、すいません。
I shall take you to the Black Pearl and your bonny lass.
You're a pirate.
Forgot one very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. Not sure I deserve it. You're not facing normal pirates. Cruel, demented, vicious pirates, to be certain.
Say goodbye. Goodbye.
But cruel, demented, vicious pirates who cannot be killed. The moonlight shows us for what we really are. That's interesting. We are cursed men.
I hardly believe in ghost stories anymore.
You better start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one. Can't you all remember Captain Jack Sparrow? Kill him. I'm gonna teach you the meaning of pain.
You like pain? Try wearing a corset.
Here they come.
ん？なんでなんで
You do one. Sparrow.
Here they come.
き、くさ。
ミキさんどうもです。
パイレーツオブカリビアン呪われた海賊たち。
I may have deserved that.
エラー起こりまくってんな。開きすぎ。
What is it that has Jack spooked? How much do you know about Davy Jones? You owe me your soul. And it's time to pay up.
If there was anything could be done.
Well, there is a chest.
The dead man's chest.
To find it, you must sail to the end of the earth and beyond.
We have our heading.
Captain Sparrow!
Elizabeth. You know, these clothes do not flatter you at all. It should be a dress or nothing. I happen to have no dress in my cabin.
We're looking for this.
The chest of Davy Jones. What is in the chest? Jack Sparrow!
Oh, bugger.
Summon the Kraken!
come a moment when you have the chance to do the right thing.
I love those moments. I like to wave at them as they pass by.
What would you do? What would any of you be willing to do? Would you brave the weird and haunted shores at world's end to fetch back Witty Jack?
Did no one come to save me just because they missed me?
There was a time when a pirate was free to make his own way in the world. But our time is coming to an end.
Why should I sail with any of you? 4 of you have tried to kill me in the past. 1 of you succeeded.
Our enemies have united and vowed to destroy us.
You will fight, and all of you will die.
The pirate lords from the 4 corners of the earth
Welcome to Singapore.
must stand together. There's not been a gathering like this in our lifetime.
And I owe them all money.
That would never have worked out between us.
Keep telling yourself that, darling.
They know they face extinction. All that remains is where they make their final stand.
Will you marry me?
I don't think now's the best time!
You're mad.
If I wasn't, this would probably never work.
There should be a captain in there somewhere. There's the Jack I know.
There'll be dangers along the way. Firstly, mermaids. Zombies.
Blackbeard. The pirate all pirates fear.
Captain, I wish to report a mutiny. I can name fingers and point names.
Perfect.
Steady as she goes.
We've fallen behind. Fight to the bitter end! Bring the mermaid!
You're killing her.
I am a bad man. Is that it? I think so.
The dead have taken command of the sea.
It's time to hunt a pirate.
What could possibly go wrong? Pirate's life.
There's nowhere to hide.
We'll be fine! We'll be fine!
From this moment on, we are to be allies.
Considering where your left hand is, I'd say we're more than that.
Indeed!
海の死神とジャック・スパローがいざ決戦
Time to race the dead.
最後の冒険がついに始まる
Oh, monkey. Filthy beast.
That was not part of the plan.
パイレーツ・オブ・カリビアン最後の海賊
ここに来てピーポーピーポー づれえな。やっぱこれ肉眼じゃないときっちいよな、このアトラクション。カメラで撮るとね、すげえ暗いんですよ。見えない、全然。
俺の言葉を信用しろよ。命あってのものだねという。おめえたちは冒険が好きでこの海賊の海へ来たんだな。そんな終わってつけだ。だが気をつけろ。いつ呪いが襲いかかるかわからん。
95アムコンター。
はい、アーレムさんどうも。
見た以上はな、分かってるな。おめえたちは呪いの言葉なんか恐るるに足らんというのだな。
95アム見てると行きたくなりますね。
確かにマジで乗りたい。
brave or fool enough to face a pirate's curse, proceed.
よく見るとすげえちっちゃい船だよな。ガレオン船だけど転覆しそう。全然ピントが合ってないこの人。
95アーム、確かに。
多分横幅手広げたぐらいしかないぞ今の。
ノーネーム、こんばんは。
はい、ノーネームさんこんばんは。
ノクテクズロン、アホイ。
はい、アポイです。ジャックおった。
ノーネーム、一回アトラクション乗ったことあるんですよね。
ある？いいですね。
ビズ 777D、ナイトワゴンです。こんばんは。
あ、ナイトワゴンさんこんばんは。
95アーム、女性差別だって理由で撤去された演出もあるんでしたっけ？ビズ 777D、前夜祭ですか？ノクテクズロン、明日、コラボ、楽しみ、めっちゃ楽しみ。
そうっすね。ちょっと今気分を高めてます。こんなピント合わないんですかこの人。この人のカメラって相当ピント合わないね。
ビズ 777D、懐かしい。ディズニーランド近くの大学出身です。見バレ。
いいですね。私も入学式はディズニーランドの横のホールでありました。大学の入学式。あ、名シーン。
golden mushrooms lost in black-hearted core. Here be sport. Have some nice juicy bag. Out from here. Easy boy. Then, give the key just for a little bit. I say grab his ears.
後ろ燃えてるけど、もうちょっと必死になった方がいいんじゃないの？子供の頃マジで当たると思ってたからな、この銃。すげえかがんでて、当たる当たるって思ってたよ。
ノクセクブロン、かわいい、わらわら。
あとその前の大砲か、海のシーンの大砲でやり合うところ、あれも当たると思ってたからね、子供の頃。危ない危ないっつって。
ノクセクブロン、かわいい、わらわら。
Hidden away. Some miscreant might be tempted to steal it, eh? Marauding, embezzling, even hijacking up for me hardest yo-hos. Hijack.
はい、ということでゴールですね。あ、今拭いてんだ。これ最近の映像らしいんですよ。コロナでちゃんと拭いてるわ。人が出た後除菌してる。こうなってんの今。ディズニーランド大変だな。
95アム、最近の映像なんだこれ。
そう。
ノクセクブロン、へえ。
だから多分一つのアトラクションで2倍から3倍人がいるよね。この拭く人がいないといけないから、めっちゃ大変じゃんディズニーランド。はい、ゴールです。で、ちょっと待って、思い出した。海外のカリブの海賊、ちょっと画面隠すね。海外のカリブの海賊ね、すごいんだよ。日本のとね、比べ物になんないぐらい超すごいアトラクションになってんだよ、カリブの海賊。どこだっけな、上海だっけな。これかな。すごい、マジですごいよ。これっぽいな。これ合ってるかな。まあちょっと見てみましょう。ここ同じだね。上海。あ、ここレストランあるのも同じなんだ。
95アム、ブルーバイユーでご飯食べたいな。
あそこね、マジ高いよね、確かに。5000円ぐらいするよ、確か。一人。上海ディズニーランド。
95アム、そうそう高い、わら。
上海ディズニーランドのがまあ圧倒的にね、新しいんでね、作られたのが。だからもうここら辺の演出とか全部違う。
我真是太了不起了！啊哈，来的正好，我忠诚的船员们，在下 Jack Sparrow 船长为您效劳。好了，我们现在就去抢 David Jones 的沉落宝藏。哦，对了，我一直在说我们，其实是你们。下去吧。
あんまな陽気なところがないんだね。この先あんのかな。
哦，抢宝藏会又来了！
快到守卫！
笨蛋，我们就是守卫。
那我绝不会告诉他们，沉落的宝藏就在这里。
闭嘴！
大家放心，咱抢戴维·休斯的宝藏，看船长怎么修理你们！船长，看，谁也偷不走我的宝藏！船长，说，你的宝藏被这个人偷走了！是的。你们去告诉这个 Sparrow。想要我的宝藏，就得和我决一死战！准备！
結構近いね。
准备，瞄准！你个寄生虫！我来了！
大砲付き小舟、これ欲しい。ハープン付きじゃなくて大砲付き小舟。 あ、こっから落ちるんだ。日本はね一番最初にガーッと落ちますけどね、途中で落ちるんだな。まあ、沈没しましたっていう体なのかな今ので。
ノーネーム、反動で一発で飛びそう。
小舟が下がりそう、反動で。見えんじゃん、何も。もうちょっとよく見して。ピント合わねえな。帆もついてるね。これで終わりなの。もう沈めたよってことで終わりなのかな。ね、全然ちゃうでしょ。
You will always remember this is the day your crew was joined by Captain Jack Sparrow. To the Sea of Thieves. Quick as you like. Chop, chop.
It's time to bridge the worlds and take our rightful places as lords of the sea.
Now we have awoken, and we are hungry.
Perhaps they'll take ye on the grand tour of the fallen kingdom.
I was starting to think you'd taken a tumble. Not everyone's as steady on their feet as I am. This is the first place I've found where everyone appreciates my uniqueness.
ノクセクブロン、あのスキン欲しい。
ねえ、いろいろ欲しいスキンが出てくるよね。
Davy Jones wishes you destroyed, and I shall oblige him.
What is that infernal noise?
That's Captain Infernal Noise to you, mate.
Sparrow! Destroy that statue, and there'll be the double to pay.
Enough of this. Hear me, my daughter. Come more than me.
Whatever they've told you, but they left out the best bits. Savvy?
ここら辺は何度も見たから最初ちょっと飛ばして。
Look at some of those first couple of tales, as well as some behind-the-scenes interviews with members of the development team, just to show you how amazing it's been to work on this and how excited everyone is to have had this opportunity. And Sea of Thieves has never been in a better place. We've had over 20 million people play. We've been adding content for over 3 years. So whether you've been on that journey with us or you're new to the adventure and this is the first time you're experiencing Sea of Thieves, there's never been a better time to play it. We're just really excited. Anyway, let's get on with the show.
As part of expanding our game, the boundaries of the world and the types of experiences you can have, we're bringing Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life. This features 5 tall tales that tell this epic, original story where you get to crew up with Captain Jack Sparrow and go on an adventure to save the pirate's life in the Sea of Thieves. So the idea is that Captain Jack Sparrow has stolen the greatest pirate treasure of all time, a golden key to other lands. It possesses true freedom. Jack has used this treasure to cross
他の大陸に向かうための鍵を手に入れたんだ、ジャック・スパロー。それを巡ってなんかあるんだね。他の大陸。
Following in his wake is Davy Jones. And Davy Jones has also discovered this pirate world, finding that the pirate's life is somewhat different here. He has no dominion over those waves, and he doesn't control the pirate's life and their ability to return back from the land of the dead. And this threatens the pirate's life in the Sea of Thieves. And as part of this story, you get to work with Captain Jack to save the pirate's life.
Well, I believe that now is the perfect time to use these cannons.
So a big part of the story of Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life is giving players the chance to see brand new locations
ノクセ
for
ク
the
ブロン
very first
カニかわいい
exploring the supernatural realm of the Sea of the Damned and also the underwater world of the Sunken Kingdom.
カニはね結構昔からいるんですよ
So,
実は。
part of these new adventures is encountering new creatures in the Sea of Thieves world. Creatures like sirens, they're all around you and engage you in new ways. Phantom pirates that have been abandoned in the Sea of the Damned. There's also ocean crawlers, crustacean-like creatures that work together as a crew. We're also introducing new mechanics, like the Trident of Dark Tides. You can wield it as part of those tall tales, but also use it to engage with content that's already there in Sea of Thieves, like taking it to a skeleton fort or engaging other ships with this new tool.
I don't suppose, by chance, there's a second one of
普通のアド
those?
ベンチャー
So
で
each
使えるんだ
tall
ね。
tale brings with it a set of rewards that are themed to that tale. There's also Pirates of the Caribbean themed content within our Pirate Emporium. So we love the idea of players being able to cosplay as Jack Sparrow, to cosplay as the crew of the Black Pearl, to have adventures and have the prison dock with the keys in his mouth as a pet that you can have in the world. And also being able to deck out your ship in new cosmetics that feel like they're inspired by the legend of those iconic ships from the Pirates of the Caribbean universe. You can have the ship set that feels like it's been inspired by the legends of those ships coming to the Sea of Thieves world. We're really looking forward to how players can role play using these new ways to express themselves. So I'll never forget that first meeting that we had with Disney.
I think we waited till we were around the corner, but then we were literally like arms over each other's shoulders, like kind of like we're going to do something special here. This is going to be amazing.
For this new Pirates of the Caribbean story, we were excited to work with Rare as they are genuine fans of this world and these characters.
And I remember standing
ノクセ
kind
ク
of the
ブロン
first
明
moment
日
alone, looking into the mirror. It was ever so weird, almost talking to myself of, did that just happen?
With Rare, we immediately knew we had found a team that was up to the challenge of taking what fans love about Pirates of the Caribbean from the theme park attraction and the films and building something new.
They looked at our game, they recognised the tone and the humour and the kind of the fantastical nature of it and everything, and I think they saw like a kindred spirit, I guess.
We started by just having fun, imagining the possibilities and pushing each other in new directions.
And I think one of the amazing moments has been sharing that first initial creative pitch for where we could potentially take the story with the team and seeing that passion and how inspired that the team was to now it's a reality.
It was authentic to Pirates of the Caribbean while staying true to the Sea of Thieves. Everything from the original design documents to the visual treatments to what fans are going to experience when they get to play this.
We got to kind of go on all the rides. We got to go on Pirates of the Caribbean twice in a row, which was just so cool for me to see some of the images from Mike's kind of creative proposal, which showed actually how not just the films were going to be a focal point of this collaboration, but also the ride.
I've been working at games at Disney for over 25 years, and I've been coming to Disneyland my entire life. I've probably been on this ride hundreds, maybe thousands of times. It's my favorite ride.
This idea that we could put this creative twist on these familiar locations that maybe you've seen on the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction. The idea of representing this almost director's cut of the attraction experience. You feel like you're right there in that town or in that grotto. Even the audio really trying to give you those really powerful, nostalgic, magical moments where you get these awesome callbacks.
Whatever become Jack Sparrow? Speak up!
We looked at Pirates of the Caribbean as a real kind of example of the freedom of the pirate's life, the being the pirate you want to be, of humour, of a really great range of kind of characters and legendary characters as well. And when we looked at Sea of Thieves, we wanted to take a lot of that into our game.
We knew we had to find a strong narrative and clear character motivation to bring Jack Sparrow into this world. Freedom means everything to Jack, which makes the Sea of Thieves a perfect fit. But his unpredictable actions make him a great character to spark the adventure.
Jack Sparrow talks so much about the freedom of the pirate's life and the freedom to have your adventures. So the idea that he would want to be in the Sea of Thieves world and want to play his part of saving it was a really kind of powerful idea.
The first time Jack kind of interacts with the ferryman, who is a character from our world, like on the Ferry of the Damned, and they're kind of bantering back and forth, and Jack in the way that he is and his character and the humour, for me, that moment, I was like, wow.
That's Captain Jack Sparrow, mate. And I think you may be overreacting just a smidge. I know the true worth of what I possess, and I intend to keep it quite safe. Now, I can see you're very busy and very grumpy, so we'll just be on our way.
The story that we've created in Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life, now it's really come from the heart. And we've really tried to tap into not only some of the feeling of the iconic set pieces that you see in the movies, but really the deeper meaning of what it means to be a pirate and what the enduring kind of appeal of pirates is.
The first moment you see kind of characters from our world, characters from their world talking, it's like a magic moment, and again, it just fits. Nothing we can do can undersell how cool this update is going to be.
Rare has a genuine love of the franchise, and the characters, the worlds, and the stories, and they understand what makes them special. This is what has made this so amazing. They bring that authenticity to every conversation we have, and you're going to see it in the game when you get to play.
We had these core characters and assets that people already knew and loved, and our job was to visualize them into the Sea of Thieves and make them feel like they're part of our world.
Making sure it's an engaging challenge and adventure for our existing players, but also something that we hope a lot of new players and people new to Sea of Thieves are going to come in and really enjoy and want to get all the way through. My favourite bit about that is the challenge that you then put on yourself. Can we bring these really well-known characters into Sea of Thieves in a way that still feels natural, that still feels playful, and still gives players those kind of shared experience moments that we've always wanted them to feel?
It's such a great addition having Jack Sparrow, because not all players play Sea of Thieves in a big crew with other players. Some players feel more comfortable playing on a solo ship on their own, but these players, when playing A Pirate's Life, they'll have Jack Sparrow aboard the cannons whilst they're sailing the ship, which is just such a great experience.
We actually got one of the stunt doubles from one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies to come to the studio, full makeup, full costume, and get to act out some of these major moments in their story. And just that encyclopedia of knowledge that this wonderful actor had really helped bring Jack to life, right down to the mannerisms, the facial expressions, the way he says certain words and how he carries himself. Getting Jack right was absolutely key to this story. All of the characters that you see a part of this story are either our own team, I even acted out one of the scenes myself, it was a lot of fun, or it's Jack Sparrow, the stunt double, acting out some of these scenes to ensure that it really feels like that character.
If we can get him right, and if we can develop the pipeline for him, then hopefully it will go much, much easier for all the other characters.
He can fight against Davy Jones's ghost ships, as well as the siren statues. He'll tell you when your resources are on low, and you can find him around the ship where you can go and take selfies with him.
We had to make tools that would allow the animation, the content teams, the audio team to give you that cinematic experience.
So there's a lot of different ways that we can do it, but the main thing is that we just make it constantly like exciting point here, area of interest there, so that players feel like they're making progress.
So we use contrasting colour which goes against the palette of the rest of the environment just to highlight key areas of interest and gently guide players. We'll dress doorways, we'll use assets as leading lines just to again help guide the player's eyes to their objective.
And there's also kind of cheekier ways we can do it, whereby a player can drop down into an area that they then can't get out of to go back on themselves.
As with all of our Tall Tales, players have a quest book in their inventory when they start the Tall Tale, which will always give them guidance on where they should be going and what they should be doing.
So we have 5 quest books, and well, this is essentially one book where the castaway writes down the story.
And there are also checkpoints at various points along the Tall Tale, so if you do complete part of it and then for whatever reason you want to come back to it in a later session, there's a checkpoint to allow you to pick up your adventure just where you left off.
We've been able to do it in a really authentic way, paying homage to the Pirates of the Caribbean IP, what it feels like to be a Sea of Thieves player in the really physical, playful world that we've built, and also paying homage to the Disneyland ride and park in general, which have inspired a ton of the design team, I know, and probably much wider around Rare in terms of the level design and the way you move through an environment.
So the Tunnels of the Damned is this area that connects the Sea of Thieves main world
to the Sea of Damned. So it gives you the ability to move from the main world to wherever you want to go.
Only that crew is inside that new world, which means that we have a lot more levers as creators to make sure that their experience is unharmed by other players, and all the kind of cinematic beats of when we want things to happen all work and play out exactly as we want them to.
So it has the possibility for us to link the Sea of Thieves world with whatever we want.
My favorite part has been working together with the team on developing the sirens, and I absolutely love how the team brought them together because they are elegant. They are like these shadows in the dark that come to hunt you, but then when they get in your face they're like super creepy.
One of the things we're really proud of with the siren statues is that when you destroy them, they do this incredible destruction effect. It's like nothing you've seen in Sea of Thieves before ever. So you get this huge sense of achievement when you're doing it.
It feels like the new worlds that we've put in, the Sunken Kingdom and the Sea of the Damned both, they are so cinematic. The way we approach this, we learned a lot from how movies like Pirates of the Caribbean do their framing and everything, that sort of grandiose feeling you get in the movies. We wanted to bring that to the game.
When we started developing the visual aspect of the world, we immediately started thinking of very small objects, even things like flora and the sky and the sea. What would this look like? I was quite taking a look at Spanish colonial architecture with very intricate arches. We had the terracotta tiles and brickwork and stonework, also plaster, lots of new materials that I got to explore.
We actually found creatively that we pushed our art style outside of our own boundaries, and it's really cool because going forward we found that there's things in the Sea of Thieves now that we wouldn't have envisioned before.
This world is mainly a limbo constitute of memories of pirates, of buildings, of their ships, of their adventures. It's a memory of what used to be, of what they used to be.
And the end result is this magical, beautiful world with like lots of coral and colors, but equally creepy, dangerous, and almost a bit dark.
Destroy that!
So 曲が気になる曲が。
So when you dive down from your boat, you actually hear a rendition of Who Shall Not Be Returning, which is a song that Robin wrote in the Seabound Soul update. And it's meant to be that very alluring sound, a siren singing towards you, pulling you into the Sunken Kingdom.
With places like Pirate's Grotto and Sailor's Grave, we was staying sort of fairly faithful to Yoho, Pirate's Life, the tune. When you sort of get out into Sailor's Grave, we wanted to sort of take something just sort of a bit more sort of laid back and a bit more ambient almost with it, but still sort of keep keying off that melody.
What we actually did do is obviously listen to the films, watch the films, and try and bring Sea of Thieves into that massive Hollywood score. Ocean Callers, we went for a more woodwind style, which pluckers around every now and then. Sirens, obviously, we went for vocals. And with the Phantoms, we actually went for a little bit more synthy, a little bit more ambient, and drones, which sits really nicely underneath everything else.
This is a nickel harper, which we use quite a lot in Sea of Thieves. You have these keys that you sort of go chromatically that you use to play the notes. Playing with a bow, you can
the character that you made that initially was just, you know, an asset name in an Excel sheet is now, when it is placed into the world and then you get the voiceover lines on it and the animation on it and the lighting is correct and the environment and music comes in and all those things, then it's very much a case of that the result is more than the sum of its parts.
And seeing everything together from the concept to then the model, the environments, the VFX, the animation.
It's been an absolute fantastic experience. Really enjoyed it.
That moment when you're in the heavy dark seas and you're in the middle of a battle
you just look to the left, and Jack Sparrow is standing next to you, firing at the same targets as you. The music's there, he's there, and it's like nothing I've ever played before. It really is something quite special.
In this first tale of the Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life, you get thrust straight into the story, adventuring into the Sea of the Damned. This supernatural realm where pirate dreams and nightmares take on a physical reality. As part of adventuring in this tale, you'll see haunted grotto caves and the shipwrecked town of Sailor's Grave as you try and find Captain Jack Sparrow. Your story begins at the mysterious Castaway, this new character that's come to the Sea of Thieves world and has made camp at all the outposts. And she's the gateway to all of these stories. So the Sea of the Damned is a place where our players have been before in the guise of being aboard the Ferry of the Damned when they die before their return to the land of the living. But in this tale, they get to go into the haunted regions of the Sea of the Damned and explore new locations for themselves.
No fear have ye of evil curses, says you. Properly warned ye be, says I. Who knows when that evil curse will strike the greedy beholders of this bewitched treasure? Dead men tell no tale.
You'll explore through haunted grotto caves, hearing all these remnants of the past and these ghostly whispers, seeing all these dark deeds of pirates.
Sit closer together and keep your ruddy hands inboard. That be the best way to repel boarders. And mark well the words, mateys. Dead men tell no tales.
Until eventually you emerge into Sailor's Grave, this shipwrecked town where damned sailors await rescue from the ferryman. And this is a fully realised location full of these shipwrecked areas where there's a tavern, there's a gambling den, lots of lore reveals, lots of secrets to find. So even though players have got the freedom to continue that story on their quest to find Jack Sparrow, there's lots of things to explore within that location, lots of little moments to discover. If you follow the trail, there's also a reveal of a very special ship. There's an awesome Easter egg to find. I won't spoil it, but I think it will really delight our players.
やべ、隠されたもんがあるのか。広そうだな。マップ結構広いだろう。
And on this epic journey through this new world, you'll find a way to reignite this huge stone lighthouse, finding a way to summon the Ferry of the Damned. And as part of that journey, you'll eventually find a way to reach Captain Jack Sparrow.
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. Though, since you came here to rescue me, you probably knew that already. And you must have heard tell of my heroic journey to acquire this, the greatest pirate treasure of all.
So we really wanted to introduce a character in Sailor's Grave, the Cursed Captain. This is a character you carry in the palm of your hand as he's talking to you, and he gives you a tour of Sailor's Grave. He can help you find some of the secrets in the town, but he also helps you on your quest to reach Captain Jack Sparrow.
We've a long journey ahead, and I've yet to find me sea legs.
You can play shanties for him, you can leave him behind, you can dance in front of him, he'll comment on all of your actions. So he's essentially this quintessential pirate captain with all the kind of one-liners and all the references to kind of pirate lore. He brings that to life in Sea of Thieves for the first time.
This takes me back. Cards, dice, pitch the pistol. I don't recommend playing that last one.
Big surprises early on in our story is the reveal that not only is Jack Sparrow in our world, but Davy Jones has followed him. You think you're there to release Jack Sparrow from being held captive from the Ferry of the Damned, but it's exactly what Davy Jones wants. So I won't spoil it too much, but Davy Jones shows up right at the start of our story, and you have this awesome cinematic moment with Jack as you defend the ferry. Even from the very first pitch for Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life, that moment where you first encounter Jack Sparrow was just one of those electrifying moments where, for the first time, you're seeing this beloved, iconic character in the Sea of Thieves world. For the first time, you get to live your own Pirates of the Caribbean adventure in Sea of Thieves.
So now we're going to take a look at the second tale in the 5 tales of A Pirate's Life. Players are diving deep into the Sunken Kingdom in search of Jack Sparrow's compass, which was still aboard the Black Pearl when it was attacked. The compass is the key to what players will need to save the Sea of Thieves. So players will be diving deeper than they've ever been able to dive before into the Sunken Kingdom. And this is the home and the stronghold of the Sirens.
水中の戦闘ってサメぐらいしかいなかったよな今まで。ちゃん
You'll
と
see a
戦うんだ
Siren
な今度
Shrine,
は。
which is a smaller building, but also the Siren's Citadel, which is guarded and home to the stronghold of the Sirens. Players will also venture inside these Siren structures, which have been built from coral and also the ruins of pirate ships. Sirens do drag these ships into the Citadel using these chains and then break them apart and use them to reinforce their structures, and also as methods of traversal, which you'll see throughout the tale as well, for the ocean crawlers that are in service to them. So they really look and feel nothing like you've seen in Sea of Thieves before. Players will come across these siren statues that are harnessing the power of siren song. And by interacting with these statues and causing them to sing in different configurations, players can enact change using water in the environment. So for example, you may be able to play a rising note of song that causes a giant stone face to open and water to cascade out into the environment, raising you up and allowing you to swim to areas that you couldn't get to before.
スタチューを操作して水面を上げていくんだ。で自分で浮いてってなんかまた気候を動かしていくんだ
We created a sort
ね
of。breadcrumb trail of debris that players can follow through the darkness and the gloom in order to get that perfect moment where you see the Black Pearl. But of course, even though you're seeing the Black Pearl, it's also a very melancholy moment because it's chained. You know, the ship of freedom and everything that that represents is chained at the bottom of the ocean floor, about to be dragged into this Siren Citadel. With Sirens, we knew we wanted to go really deep on making them feel really fluid, really intelligent, really majestic and beautiful creatures, but at the same time terrible and frightening. So one of the core things that we first set out to do in prototype was actually how they move. And we have a system behind the scenes that allows the Sirens to move in a really beautiful way through the 3D environment. There are 2 types of Sirens. The base Sirens, they will have a scratch attack where they can come towards you and attack you really ferociously. But at the same time, they can also back off. They will fire a note of song over to you. The Sirens and the Ocean Crawlers all have this mysterious gem in the center of their chest, and the Sirens are able to use the power of that to create a sphere around them. It will damage players, but will heal themselves and any other Sirens that are nearby at the same time. And then a step up, you also have Siren Leaders. So these are easily identifiable by the fact that they carry the Trident of Dark Tides, and they will fire this Trident at you, and they'll also still come in close and attack you, but they'll do so with the Trident. And again, they're able to heal themselves, but their gem is a little bit more powerful.
回復すんのか。まあバナナ食うみたいなもんか。
With the ocean crawlers, they're a new land-based threat. You will find them throughout the tales, but you'll also find them whilst just adventuring on islands in Sea of Thieves. And there are 3 completely brand new, unique AI enemy types. So you have the crab ocean crawler. So this is the really big ocean crawler that will come towards you and unleash a devastating claw pummel attack. you have the electric.
このクラ
This
ーケン
ocean
フォー
crawler
ル
will fire electric-based attacks at you. It will dash around lightning fast. It can also, though, cast an electric shield around the other ocean crawlers, meaning that you need to back off, because if you get too close to an electric shielded ocean crawlers, when damage is dealt to them, the lightning will actually chain to
雷以
you
外で
and
電気
anyone
攻
else
撃が
nearby,
来る
and
ぞ
you'll take damage from that. And then we have the hermit, who uses spores. They're always kind of pouring out of its mouth, and if you get too close, it will breathe those spores on you and poison you. But it can also burrow into the ground, and these kind of cracks will appear in the ground. When they burst out, they'll do damage to you. They can also run and charge at you in a really ferocious attack as well. The Trident of Dark Tides is a brand new weapon that players will come across as part of their adventures in a pirate's life. You can also find it scattered throughout the world of the Sea of Thieves.
これ何発撃てんだろうね。この光がなくなるのかな、撃ち切ったら。永遠には
One
撃
of the
てないだろう。
challenges to players when they're adventuring underwater is managing their air. And we wanted to deliver a way for players to understand that and be able to get their air back so that they can adventure for longer in a way that's really intuitive. So we have these plants underwater that are really strikingly obvious. They have bubbles emanating from them. All you need to do as a player is find one of these plants if you're running out of air, go near it, and it will completely refill you.
こっから酸素が吸えるらしい。実際無理だろう。
Players will uncover the fate of the Black Pearl and its crew, and players will take part in an epic battle against a familiar Sea of Thieves enemy in ways never seen before.
Bringing the world and the characters of Pirates of the Caribbean into Sea of Thieves is just crazy.
Everybody was totally pumped for this opportunity.
When Mike sat down and started taking people through, I was able to just sit back and watch people's faces and watching their smiles light up, you know, watching literally tears in some people's eyes as they kind of were taken through the story, all that sort of stuff was genuinely magical.
When I first heard about bringing Pirates of the Caribbean to Sea of Thieves, I was hit with a spark of excitement that made me feel like a kid again.
Just seeing the characters move, but then with the dialogue as well, it started to feel like this is actually really cool, and this is gonna be amazing.
If I could sum up the project in a single word, I would say incredible,
proud,
magical,
enchanting,
epic.
I think the project in a word for me is rare. Every time I see it and hear more of the music or see more of the game or everything, I just think of the studio, and it's incredible. It is a rare game through and through.
I'm so proud of the team. I think there's been an incredible amount of hard work and heart and soul that's gone into this project.
Incredibly beside myself that it's happening, just this combination of these two like sort of pirate passions that a lot of people have.
I'm so proud to have been able to work on part of it and to help bring it into being. I think the work we've done is incredible.
There's so many cool little references that we've managed to include, and I hope that those resonate with fans of both the ride and of the films. This has been a real labour of love bringing this project to life, and I can't wait to see players' reactions to it.
Bringing Pirates of the Caribbean to the Sea of Thieves and seeing those things treated so well, seeing them, you know, with such authenticity, and getting to sail alongside Jack Sparrow is just like a dream come true. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to you all hearing about it. I'm looking forward to you all playing it. But to be honest, I can't wait to get my own hands on it. So I'll see you on the seas.
Thanks so much for joining us for Sea of Thieves, a Pirates Live showcase. It's genuinely been amazing to have the opportunity to show you in so much detail everything that's coming as part of this, but also just how much it means to us as a team and as a studio, and for so many members of the Rare team to be a part of this, telling this story and letting you know what's coming. It's been amazing, right?
Yeah, this has been an unbelievable journey for us. I mean, it's been such an inspiring project to work on. I can't tell you how excited I and the team are to bring this to Sea of Thieves, and you know, just the scope of content and the way it moves the Sea of Thieves world forwards. I mean, just to recap, what you've heard about today, you know, the 5 tall tales that make up that narrative of Sea of Thieves, A Pirate's Life. Your chance to embark on this epic adventure with Jack Sparrow, encountering new creatures like sirens, ocean crawlers and phantoms, and exploring the Sea of the Damned and the underwater world of the Sunken Kingdom for the very first time. And just how inspired we've been to make it feel authentic to not only our world, but the world of Pirates of the Caribbean. You know, we can't wait for players to get their hands on this awesome piece of content, and we can't wait to see your reaction. Right?
And so this is coming free to Sea of Thieves on June the 22nd, which is not long now.
Not long at all, and this is undoubtedly the biggest, most impactful update we've ever added to Sea of Thieves.
And I think that's it from us. So as always, we will see you on the seas. Cheers.
You will always remember this is the day your crew was joined by Captain Jack Sparrow.
No name, guess, is,
To the
Crazy.
Sea of Thieves. Quick as you like.
最高ですね。
It's time to bridge the worlds and take our rightful places as lords of the sea.
Now we have awoken, and we are hungry.
Perhaps they'll take ye on the grand tour of me fallen kingdom.
I was starting to think you'd taken a tumble. Not everyone's as steady on their feet as I am. This is the first place I've found where everyone appreciates my uniqueness. They're coming aboard! Keep your crusty claws off me!
Davy Jones wishes you destroyed, and I shall oblige him.
What is that infernal noise?
That's Captain Infernal Noise to you, mate!
Sparrow! Destroy that statue, and there'll be the double to pay.
Enough of this. Hear me, my daughter. Come more than beast.
Whatever they've told you, it's not true. Unless it's flattering, in which case, it's all true, but they left out the best bits. Savvy?
かりんと、おこんばんは。新動画でいろいろ見せてきましたね。
はい、かりんとさんどうも。いやー、確かに。楽しみですなぁ。はい、1時間以上にわたってあれやこれや見てきましたね。お、珍しくゆめこさんやっとるやん。まあ、ちょっといきなり入るのは失礼なんで適当に、まあ今の余韻でちょっとだけやりますあとね、記事も出てます。なんだっけ、名護さんがリツイートかなんかしてたかな。それもね、めちゃめちゃ長い記事。しかも日本のゲーム記者がちゃんと質問してるやつ。どれだっけ、名護さん。結構読み応えがある記事。去年の3月から作り始めたらしいです。その記事を読んだけど。あ、これかな？フ ファミ通か。ファミ通の記事だ。うん。そう、レア社のプロデューサーにちゃんとお話を聞いたってやつがある。ファミ通の。すごいよ。一応貼りましょうかね。
ユタラエック、URL 省略。
まあ明日できますけど、実質深夜なんですよね。多分あれ長そうだからまあ明日はちょっと実質俺的にはできないかな。ワンチャン我慢して、あれ明日は我慢して、明後日ちゃんとやろうかな。明日はあえてトラックでもやって気を紛らわしてネタバレを見ないように。
かりんと奥歯に力を込めて一晩乗り越えるのですな。わら。
多分そうじゃないと、多分11時とかワンチャンこのアップでクソでかそうだから、下手したら日またぐ可能性すらあるからだってこっから自分で船乗って多分ワープの緑のホワホワのとこに行くんでしょ。でその中入ってから別の世界に行くみたいな、要はアドベンチャーに新たなシステム入れてるから、エリアのニューシステムを追加してるんで、そんないつものメンテの2時間ぐらいとかそんなわけないと思うんだよな。昔のメンテぐらい、昔のメンテは6時間ぐらいだったんですけど、ここ最近短いけどね。まあそのぐらいのメンテになるんじゃないかなんで11時12時下手したら1時、一番遅い時で何時やったっけな、今まで2時とかあったっけかな。まあけど日またいだ12時超えた時も確かね、昔はあった気がするんですよ。サーバーシャットダウン時間。ちょっとね怖いよねまあサクッとちょっと宝物庫でもやって終わりますかね。まあまたこれで人口が増えるかどうか。 一応ソロでもできるって言ってたね。まあそりゃそうでしょ仲間がいないとできないゲームだったらきついもんな。けどあれがワープのやつがどこに出てくんだろうな。てかね、ディズニーとのねコラボは2年前から話はあったらしい。でちゃんと作り始めたのが開発スタートが去年の3月だもんで、この旗のシステムが来るちょい前かな。まあけど確かにね、2周年記念でこの旗来るだけって思った思ったね。その後のアップでもまあ悪くはないけどね。竜巻とか
かりんと日本語アップデはこれの後押しもあったのかのう。
よく開発、ディズニーの開発をしつつ日本語とか追加してたよな。まあ最近ちょっとアップデがしょぼくてみたいな流れにはなってたけど、ベテラン界隈ではまああんだけすげえの作ってりゃそりゃ大変だわな。来てんのこっちに。こっちに来てんの。めんどくせえ。来てない。曲げたな。はまあ多分明日アップデーがねサーバーが早く開くんだったらまあ多少やるかもしれんけど、まあちゃんとやるのは実質あさってになると思う。まあ私の配信見ていただくも全然嬉しいんですけど、このゲームをぜひお持ちなら何も見ないでいきなりやりましょうパイレーツをカリビアンを何も見ないでやってで後日私の配信に来て感想を言い合いましょう。どこやねん。は さすがにこの島じゃなくなったか。あのボートつけるか。てやな。上海ディズニーランドではキャノン付きボートがありましたね。キャノン付きボートとかいいよな。別角度から撃てるもんな。てかワンチャンさ、こっからも撃てるってことだよね。こうくっついてる状態で。だってハープーンいけるからさ。まあけど昔から言ってっけど、あれだね、まあちっちゃい帆と、キャノンがついてるボートがあったけど、上海ディズニーで、このゲームもさ、倒してもリベンジでやってくるっていうのはあるじゃん。あるあるでしょ。で、30分とか1時間とか、一定時間ね、ちょっとそれはバランスを考えないといけないけど、一定時間内に同じパイレーツに沈められたら、スポーンした時小舟しかないみたいな。さっきのちっちゃい方がついた小舟ね、あったけど、あんな程度の小舟からスタートして自分の船を取りに行かなきゃいけないみたいなにしてほしい。じゃないと沈めても沈めてもやってくる。
お仕置きだべーかん笑
沈めても沈めてもね、エンドレスでやってくるやつをどうしたらいいのってなる。だってリベンジ戦って何も持ってないじゃん。沈め損なんだよな。時間食うだけだし。そういう風にしてほしい。あとさ、沈めてもさ、なんか全然近くにスポーンするときあるの困るんですけど、もうちょっと遠くにスポーンしてくんねえかなっていう。なんですぐそこでスポーンしてすぐやってきちゃうのみたいな時あるから、それ勘弁してほしい。出ねえじゃん。アーメイドハイダウェイだね。あ、スタチュー。これがなんかね、鍵になってきますね。要はあのスタチューはモデルは人魚っすからね。どっちだ。ウエストちょいノース。 とまあトライデンってやつ撃ってみたいね。明日火曜な、実質水曜日。まあいつもとちょっと違うね。アップデの曜日が1日違うね。いつもだったら水曜日の夜っすけどね。水曜日の夜なんで、まあ、実質日本人が遊べるのは木曜日の夜って感じ。なんかぐるっと回ってね。多分俺スネークなんだよなこれ。あいつらスネークの周り回ってない？なんか位置を調整してない？スネークのいい場所に止めたいみたいな感じの動きしてない？あ、そうでもない。あ、違うか。用事は済んだっぽいな。てか、あの方何？あんな方あったっけ？撃ってくんのかい。追いかけてくんの？あ、はまってますけど、なんか突っかかってますけど、島に。こっちに来るっぽいな。
ノーネーム、はい免許剥奪。
こっちに来たくて無理やり曲げたのかな。何やってんの？そういうわけではない。あそこの島に用があるの？おう、閉じたぞ。そうだ、そう、カルキさんがステータスを出してて、あ、見れるんだと思って。カルキさん PC でやってるからさ、前まで Xbox やってたけど途中から PC に変わってて、 であれと思って、見れんのと思って、で探してみたら見れる場所あったね。で俺3000時間ぐらいやってるはずだと思ってたけど、盛りすぎてたわ。2000時間ちょい森に持ってたわ。あ、3件じゃなかった。あ、マーメイドハイダウェイじゃなかったデビルズリッチやったわ。1000時間持ってたわ
アキモネーム、300時間くらいやればユタさんに追いつく。
そんなにやってんのアリーナ分が入ってますね。どうしよっかな。あいつらいいんだよな。ちょっと待った。ちょっとね、先手を打って動かないと、うまいプレイヤー乗ってたら普通すぐ捕まっちゃうからさ、ガレオンに。遠目からもう遠目のうちからもう航路を考えてずらしとかないと、まああんだけなんか乗り上げたりなんだりしてるからそんなうまそうでもないけどまあうまいプレイヤーが怠慢プレイしててああなってるのかもしれんしね。急に4人全員カッて目かっぴらいてプレイしだしたらクソうまいかもしれんし、まあいろいろね、ちょっと油断はできないんですよね300時間か。300時間って結構あるよねなんか2000時間3000時間の話してるから300時間ってなんか少ないように思えるけど、実はものすごい時間数だよねその300時間なんかゲームなんでもいいけどプレイするってなったらなかなかやり込んでるよね俺のノーマンズスカイで150時間だからあれの倍でしょ。
アキモネーム、15日ずっとやり続ければ追いつくかな。
そういうことか15日飲まず食わず寝ず。いや飲まず食わずはしなくていいけど寝ないでやらないといけないってことか。でその間俺がやらないっていう体じゃないとけど孫さんずっとやってなかったのにさ、最近あんだけやってなくて3500時間いってる。
アキモネーム、300ぴったり計算だと12、いつか。
12.5。孫さんのにはマジで追いつく気しないな。あんだけシオシーブスやってない間に俺は多少やってたのにおかしいでしょ。シーズン2多分ほぼやってないに等しいぞ孫さんそれでマジ3500時間孫さん。RM さんも3000時間ぐらい。 で唐木さんもそんぐらいでしょ。
アキモネーム、こっそり裏でずっと開いてないと追いつかない。わら。
確かに。名護さんの動作映えるとき、名護さんがさ、セカンドキャラでくるくる回してるのあるじゃないですか。まああんな感じでずっと放置してプレイ時間を稼ぐしかないけど、無意味すぎるでしょ。何マウント取りたいんだよってなっちゃう。何のマウントが欲しいんだよって。まあ2000時間か。俺も2000
ア
ちょっと
キモネーム、
2100。
実際少なくて強いやつの方がいいからね。わら。
まあね。まあ RM さんとか。
あとスチーム版派のカウントに入ってるっぽい。
スチーム版もスチーム版は別キャラなんでしょ、アキモンさん。あれ ?2 つのキャラ合算した数値ってこと？
アキモネーム、今スチームでプレイしてる。
おう。
アキモネーム、フォブカエルのスチーム版しかできないから。
そっか。もう最近はそっちでやってるから。あれけど実績とかは共有されてんの？そっちの Steam 版と Windows 版で。どういう状態になってるのかちょっとよくわかんないけど。
アキモネーム、一緒だと思うよ。
共有されてんのか。遠いよもう。マーメイドハイダウェイ出たよ。行きますか。 ワンチャンフレームハートはマーメイドハイダウェイじゃないか。違う。いや、めんどくせえ。出る頻度下げたんじゃないんすか。すげえちょくちょく見んだけど。あいつらまだあそこにいるかな。プランドアートポストいるんだったらちょっと避けて通らないと絡まれたら鍵開けれねえよ。いないかな。はい、こんばんは。
どうも。
いやけどやっぱ映画見ないとかな。
パイレーツオブカリビアン。
とりあえずね、今全5作品の予告編は全部見た。
何も知らないんだよ。
予告編を全部見て、東京ディズニーランドと上海ディズニーランドにあるカリブの海賊乗ってるやつの動画を見て、で昨日公開された開発過程のやつの動画を見て、そして今 だからモーションキャプチャーはちゃんとした人呼んでたね。まあさすがにジョニー・デップじゃないけど、映画でジョニー・デップの代わりのスタントやってた人とか呼んで、あと声もか、声もそのジョニー・デップてかまあジャック・スパローか、まあ別に映画以外でもなんかしらさ、アニメやら何やら出てるじゃん、他のゲームとかでも、まあそれでジャック・スパローの声をやってる人がやってるらしい、声は。
そこら辺はちゃんとすんだね。
かなりちゃんとしてるね。
バグは直さない。
あのさ、ワンチャン怖いのは、まあちょっとしたさ、なんだろう、アスレチックが多分あると思うんだ。それで落ちて死んで復活するところが変なとこみたいな。それはありそう。
絶対なんかとんでもないバグを見つけるやからはいっぱいいるだろう。絶対あんな壮大な、いるやん。いるやんかい。
いた。レジェンドじゃん。
レジェンドじゃん。ちょっとクエストだけ買わしてほしいな。
オーダーオブソウルかな。レジェンド20だね。20レベ。
買えなかった。
死んだ？あら。
ノーネーム、
買って
武士
る最中に
盗んでこい。笑い。
ショットがワンパンされた。
ショットがワンパンか。
覚えてるよ。沈めてやる。
いや、てかマーメイドハイダウェイじゃねえ？フレームハート。そうだろう。いやー、ぽいなー。ぽいわー、完全にぽいわー。どうしよう。ワンチャンプランダーバリーかなと思ったけど、ちゃんとマーメイドハイダウェイだな。
あのあれは何してんだ？売ってる感じでもなかったんだよ。
売り終わったんじゃないか？売り終わってまったりしてたんじゃないか？桟橋に頭くっつけてたから。
格好的にガチであんまりなさそうだった。 消えた？
消えた？オッケー。だからさ、パッて消えないでほしい。演出して
な。
あと気になるのは最初のオープニングの画面だな。あれどういう風になるんだろうな。
次ってもうシーズン変わんないかな。変わるか。
変わるよ。シーズン3になるよ。
ノーネーム、バトルパスのアイテム派どうなるんかな？
確かに。
そういう当ての
バトルパス。
ポイントどうなったかな。サブ回ったり。
てかあれだ
お、
な。
ギリギリまだティア1いる。あと10日。75,000ポイント上回ってる。このまま持ってくれ。
昨日まあツイッターでも言ったけど、ドイツの人でやべえやついたな。初めて見た。リーパーズボーン1位。リーパーズボーン世界1位。マジえぐいて。
もうずっとそれしかやってないだろう
なんかたまたま見たんだよね。チラッチラッと人の海外の配信で、たまたまハイドアウトで売ってるシーンだったのよ。で売り終わった後ポイント左下に出るじゃん。はって思って、いや桁がおかしくないと思って、どういうことって思って、何万ポイントだっけな。
何万だから一番トップってバカみたいに言ってない？
そう、5000万ポイントだ。てかもう俺が見た時5100万ポイントだったんだよ。今もう5600万ポイント、500万ポイントももう上乗せしてるぞ。
おまけです。
で多分この上位何人かは同じチームっぽいな。
もう仕事で。
でも旗も奪いまくりだし、いやもうガチガチに PVP よ。ほんとあっという間に倒してたよ。ガレオンで
稼げる。
ノーネーム、シーオブチャンピオンか。
シーオブチャンピオンだな。
アジアサーバーいないもんな。
まあドイツだから、まあ普通にヨーロッパサーバーだから会うことはないんだけど、まあ多分普通に勝てない。
だろう。
普通に勝てないぞ。
日本人のレベル低い
の。柿本カルキ、そう、ブブブで稼いでて驚きましたね。
お、カルキさん、どうも。
カルキ、こんばんは。
はい、カルキさん、こんばんは。
こんばんは。
そう、まあボーンズ立てて普通に襲いまくって、まあワールドイベントもやってたかな。
アキモネーム。
でだから、それでグレード5になって、で売ったらもうすぐサーバーチェンジして、また新たに船立ててすぐもう敵ぶっ殺しまくって、グレード5になって売ってすぐサーバーチェンジしてみたいな。
じゃあもう最初にリーパーがいるところを狙ってると。
リーパー っていうかまあ旗持ちがいるところを探してんじゃない？それで襲って稼いで、でそのプレイングでそんな行く？普通ワールドイベントガチガチに回してしこたま宝集めてっていうスタイルで1位取ってんのかなと思ったけど PVP で稼いでたでもう次元が違う。
自分で集めるのはシャラくせえってやつ。
そう、俺のために集めてこいやーっつって。
多分アジアサバなくなったら今の日本人8割やめるだろう。
しかも船スキンつけないからね。やばくね？それでバチバチに強いんだよ。出たーと思って、なんかもう昔思い出したわ。スキンつけない船、そう、スキンつけない船で油断させててバチバチに強いってやつ。
なんだノースキンかよっつったら急に遠距離でボコボコに
そう、ボコボコにやられてあっという間に3人に乗り込まれる。乗り込みもあっという間にやってたからな。複数人でガッても乗り込んであっという間に終わらすみたいな。
そこもちゃんと台本とかな、ああいうのに技術があってこそだもんな。
柿本カルキ、ダブルガン超うまかったですね。
そう、ダブルガンだったね。クイックショット。
ダブルガン何のダブル
ガン？なんだったかな。ピストルスナイパーだったかな。スナイパーでもスナイパーのこう覗き込みですぐ撃つやつ、こうやって、
クイックショット。
クイックショット、あれがうまかったマジ。てかピンが俺と変わんない感じだったのになんであんなすぐ撃てんのみたいな。出ないんだけど押しても
出ない。アジアの日本は絶対出ない。
なんでだろう。絶対出ないんだけどあのタイミングで、ね、
それっぽく見せる方法あるんだけど撃った瞬間に武器切り替える。そうするとちょっとね早っぽく見えるんだけど実際そんな早くない。実際普通に覗いてるから。この配信
無理だろ。当たらんしね、クイックで。ほっ、ちょっと今できたけどタイミングは。
最近みっきりスナイパー使わなくなっちゃった。
俺はもう望遠鏡代わりに使ってるからいつもスナイパー。
キャプテンだけ？
うんでいいよ。 あと小物3つ。
1個。ここに3個あるわ。
はい。
3個。あ、メダル拾っちゃった。邪魔。メダル邪魔。あってのは終わりかな、これ。いやー、あるか。
はーい。じゃあ運びましょう。秋山さん、ここに置いとけば届くよ。
あ、そう。
うん、ハープンで。だから、そのために船を微調整させといた。
いつもちょっと進んでるぐらいで降りるようにと思った。この坂道なぁ。上りだから、持ってないんだよな、これ。置くと。
ああ。
結構失敗する。
てか思ったんだけどさ、この新しいトールテールで、なんか、喋る骸骨を持ちながら進むんだけど、あれを早運びしたらどうするんだろう。喋んなくなっちゃうのかな。まあ一応ね、置いてってもいいとはね、解説してたんだよ。開発者が。
まだある？
OK、ラスト俺で終わり。早運びしたら喋る暇なさそう。
喋り終わる前にクエスト終わる。さっと終わらした。
だけど、なんか細かいのがね、いっぱい隠されてるらしい。船の墓場に。それを見つけるのは多分やばい時間かかる。
じゃあどっかの海外勢がパガンみたいな攻略またやってくれるわ。
一旦何も見ないでやろう、俺。
うん。何週か目をするときに多分、ガチ周回をし始める。終わりかな？
終わり。
あれ？ここ抜けん。あれ当たるよ。
その縁透ける？
なんかね、黄色がそういうの透けたんだよ。
あ、やべえ、なんか船いるな。あれはどこだ？
さっきからずっと止まってないのブリガン。この島来るときにいたよ。
じゃあ売れるかな、普通に。
なんか、ここはハマる。
あ、ゴールデンサンズにいるのか。どこにいるんだ、あれ。ゴールデンサンズにいるなら、サンクチャリ行こうかな。
あ、抜けてるか。角度の問題か。 え、ここも抜ける？あ、ここは抜けない。
どこ？
ここ。このちょっと上がってる場所。
あー、抜けるわ。
抜けてるよね、それ。そこなんか抜けるよね。判定はちょっとガバい。
あ、ちょっ
そう、
と角度。
角度なんかつけると、こっちだからでなんか、回るんだけど。
バロラントじゃん。
貫通。
バロラントも確かそういうのあんだよね。
あるある。
正面からだったら抜けんだけど、角度つくと球抜けないみたいな。
そう、壁のね、距離に、長さによってね、貫通できるかどうかがあるからね。まあ、バランスはめっちゃ分かりやすいんだよね。弾痕で分かる。
ああ。
なんか黒っぽく穴が開いてるような感じに見えれば貫通してて、弾かれてる時は、なんか鬱っぽい弾痕がつくだけだから。
ワンチャンあれだよね。壁際に隠れてそうなとこはもう貫通狙って撃ってクリアリング的な。
多分ね、貫通のね、威力が低いんだよね、これが。
けど一回引くでしょ、相手。それ食らったら。
いや、逆に飛び出てくるよね。
あ、そうなの？
ショットガン持ちは、でも一気に飛び出てきて。ショットガンバケモン感強いんだよな、あれ。修正入るけどね。
あ、サンクチュアリだ。警報の弾。ちょうどいい。
お。けどこれ咲いた。人魚は逃げた。PVP 練習したくても人が集まんないんだよな。
まあもう普通にアリーナ練習するしかないけども、アリーナ行く気にならないし終わってるから。
ただこの前ソロでやったけど。
やったの？終わったのに、
いや、ちょっとだけなんか時間あるなと思って。ああ、そういうアリの15分かっつって。
まあ確かに普通のクエストやろうと思うとな、時間かかっちゃうし。
本来そうあるべきなんだろうけどサクッとアリーナバトルの練習ができるよみたいなモードのはずなのにベリーハードモード。マッチングもしないし。
まあ多分しばらく、まあもう宣言もしてるしね、開発はもう何もしないよってまあパイレーツやってたらやる暇ねえわなっていう
でももう絶対開発しないだろうな。も
うワンチャン1年後に気が向いてやってくれるかもよ、パイレーツ要素を入れた新ルール気が向いたら。
絶対向かない運営とかもアリーナやりたいのに、別にのパクリで蹴って持ってるでしょ。
ブレイジングセールやればいい。
そうそっち蹴って持ってるわ。 あんな中途半端なアリーナで終わるんだよ。あんなまともになったら絶対実績 100% 割んないよ。無理だよ。ああ、もう下手くそすぎる。もうスーパーとショットガンな、もう玉鶴のあれがありすぎて、もう使う気が失せてきたの。この試合格ね、距離感がわからないんだよね、やっぱりまだ。そう、こっからね、本の調整してるとね、この先端から桟橋までの距離が全然わかんない。
遠すぎるってなるでしょ。
そう。
パッと見。
めっちゃ遠いなぁと思ったら、あ、早い早いみたいな。もうめっちゃ近いんだけど。
そのトールテールのやつがここにできんのか。結局トールテール用オンリーなのかな。なんか他にあんのかな。
あ、そうや、これ売っちゃっていいのね。
あ、俺これ一回やったらもう上がろうかなと思っちゃうから。あとまともに字幕がつくかどうかだな。
あ、もう日本語嫌っつって。あ、もう日本語嫌。
多分分量超多いからやりきってくれてるのかどうかそこも不安なんだよな。
これなんか入ってるよ。
入ってたんか。よっしゃー。明日何時にオープンするかね、サーバーが。まあ多分普通に俺はできなさそうだな。あさってやるわ。 ということで、パイレーツ・オブカリビアンの動画をいっぱい見た後で宝物庫1回やりましたじゃあ皆さんジャック・スパローに明日明後日ぐらいみんなで会いに行きましょうということで、今日はここで終わります。ありがとうございました。
柿本カルキ、お疲れ様です。
はい、カルキさんどうも。
秋もネーム、